Good afternoon, and welcome to the 51st Senior Scholar Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Cesar Martin Acosta, and I am the president of the junior class. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance as led by Junior Class Vice President Noah Picardo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today, it is my pleasure to be part of honoring these scholars. In the mid-1970s, LHS sought to recognize students strictly based on their scholastic excellence during their high school careers. The first class of inductees was the class of 1975. Students are invited for initiation based on specific academic criteria. To qualify, a graduating senior after their 7th semester must have a GPA of 3.75 or above. Now I am honored to introduce our school superintendent, Mrs. McHale Starkey.
Thank you. Wow, what a great weekend it's been, and what a great way as we culminate Felix's 100th birthday celebration Friday night, along with the Logansport Berry big win against Benton Central, to the alumni gala last night. That was a huge success, and I can't think of a better way to end the weekend by honoring these outstanding seniors. So on behalf of Logansport Community School Corporation staff and Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome all of you here today. You can certainly take pride in your student and the role that you've played in their success to bring them here today. And this is just a beginning, but we feel like from a Logansport High School and Logansport Community School standpoint, these students are well on their way to success. So please sit back and enjoy this afternoon as we honor these outstanding scholars.
The following students have achieved at least a 3.75 grade point average to distinguish themselves. As I call your name, please step forward, sign the book, and accept your certificate at the podium. Evan Adams. Kamaya Adams. Grady Alexander. Eli Baldwin. Belinda Shetty. Brooklyn Kohlers. Jordan Cunningham. Blake Elmore. Kaylin Fillmore. Elizabeth Foster. Eric Garcia. Ethan Gellinger. Audrey Graham. Cooper Hackman. Natalia Hernandez. Lucas Jones. Golda Kitchell. Logan Lang. Marilyn Macias Esparza. Calvin Mackey. Joshua Middleton. Allison Miranda Castro. Roddy Patel. Jada Paul. Silas Penn. Yasmin Perez. Shelby Ping. Olivia Ramirez. Tristan Schultz. Adriana Scott. Esther Sell. Ronaldinho Sevilla. Adam Scheidler. Douglas Sodowski. Nayla Solis. Valerie Spencer. Lauren Taylor. Carla Torres. Larry Umholtz. Aaron Williams. Mayla Williams. Tegan Wolf. Eleni Zarate. Miguel Zarate. and Riley Zimmerman. Congratulations to these Logansport berries. Now, our principal, Mr. Michael Miller, will introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Caesar. It is a true privilege to welcome back one of our own to Logansport High School as today's guest speaker, Miss Jocelyn Aguilar Castro, a proud member of the class of 2015. She represents the very best of what it means to be a Berry: commitment, perseverance, service, and a heart for this community. Miss Aguilar began her career in education while pursuing her degree serving as an instructional assistant at Franklin Elementary School. Even as a college student, she was already investing in the success of students and learning what it meant to lead in the classroom. After earning her bachelor's degree in elementary education from Indiana University Kokomo, she later received her master's degree from Purdue University West Lafayette. Jocelyn is currently a first grade dual language immersion teacher at Landis Elementary, where for the past 8 years she has been making a lasting impact on the young learners and our families. Along this, she has also earned her licensure in elementary education, mild intervention, teaching of English learners, and building level administration, continually pushing herself to grow as she could better serve others. Today, her journey comes full circle as next year she steps into a new role as assistant principal at Landis Elementary, proof that Berry pride is not just something we talk about, but something we live through leadership and service to the next generation. Her story from student to instructional assistant to teacher and now school leader beautifully reflects our senior scholar theme, that excellence is not about what you achieve, but how you use your talents to lift others and give back to our community. Berries, please join me in giving a Logansport welcome to Miss Jocelyn Aguilar Castro.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you would have told me years ago that I would stand here one day sharing this story, I probably would have smiled politely and quietly thought, there's no way. Because my journey didn't begin with certainty, it began with responsibility. I am a first-generation college student. I'm the proud daughter of 2 Mexican immigrants who sacrificed so much in the hope of building a better future for myself and for my twin brother. That title of being first generation carries pride, but it also carries weight. It means you grow up watching your parents work tirelessly, often sacrificing their own dreams so that you can dare to chase yours. It means you learn early that education is not just an opportunity, it's a privilege. It means you don't just go to college for yourself, you go for your parents, your siblings, your community, and for every version of you that wondered if you were capable. At a young age, I learned to ask questions. I learned to sit in discomfort. Like many of you, I was the sole interpreter and translator for my parents, and I made sure to make their voice heard during any circumstance. I remember stepping onto a college campus back in 2014 for the first time, feeling both proud and terrified. There were no roadmaps at home, no one to explain financial aid in detail, no one to tell me which classes to take first. I learned that sometimes being first means being unsure, but doing it anyway. From the beginning, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I briefly considered a career in the medical field in high school, but after a heartfelt conversation with Mrs. Fry, I realized I belonged in the classroom, a place I truly love. Not because it sounded easy or glamorous, but because I remembered the teachers who changed my life. I still remember the pride I felt reading in English for the first time in kindergarten with Mrs. Walker. In first grade, Mrs. Williams told me she would one day see my name in the newspaper because I was a star. I'll never forget how I felt reading chapter books with my second grade teacher, Mrs. Bacon, and why she is one of the reasons I love to read today. Mr. Anders made learning joyful in third grade, and in fourth grade, Mrs. Brunsman instilled in me the values of hard work and perseverance that shape my work ethic today. In 5th grade, Mr. Turner taught me to embrace change and to step into middle school with confidence and excitement. I'm deeply grateful for every teacher who was a part of my journey as a student, especially those who saw potential in me before I could see it in myself. They reminded me that my voice mattered and that I had something meaningful to contribute. Above all, they surrounded me with love, kindness, and unwavering support, shaping not just my education, but the person I've become. Becoming a teacher felt like coming home. It's a very rare full circle to teach in the same 1st grade classroom that you were once a student in. I worked hard, late nights planning lessons, early mornings preparing classrooms, weekends grading papers. As tough as teaching can be, it has never felt like a burden, because every student who walks through my door reminds me why I started and why I chose this career. I see myself in them, the quiet one, the determined one, the one balancing responsibilities at home with dreams in their heart. I earned my bachelor's degree from IUK in 2018 and began my English learner's licensure through Purdue in 2019, completing it in 2020. 2 years into my teaching career, I felt a new calling, one that was impossible to ignore. I wanted to do more. I found myself asking, if not me, then who? I realized I didn't just want to impact a single classroom. I wanted to support an entire school community. I wanted to advocate for students in the way I once needed someone to advocate for me. That desire led me to pursue my master's in educational administration through Purdue in 2020. I just simply kept going. Going back to school while working full-time was not easy. It meant long days and even longer nights. It meant missing out on rest. It meant doubting myself more than once. There were moments when I asked, am I stretching myself too thin? But every time I considered slowing down, I thought about the students who needed leaders who understood them, leaders who remembered what it felt like to be first, leaders who led with heart. After nearly 20 consecutive years as a student, I completed my master's program in just 1 calendar year and graduated in 2021, a milestone I'm incredibly proud of. After several years in the classroom and for the first time not balancing my assignments along with grading and lesson planning, I truly found my rhythm. I developed a classroom environment where both my students and I could thrive, and I grew confident in every aspect of my teaching. What once felt overwhelming became purposeful and fulfilling. Teaching isn't just my profession, it's my passion, and it's work I genuinely look forward to each day. And then, life reminded me how fragile stability can be. As some of you may know, I lost my home in a house fire on Christmas Day in 2025. There is something indescribable about watching my childhood home, my safe place, my memories disappear. It's not just walls and furniture, it's photographs. It's the height marks my dad drew of my twin brother and I on the doorframe. It's the plants my mom tended to for my entire life. It's the comfort of what's deeply familiar. It's the space where I celebrated birthdays, spent late nights completing final projects, and prayed through uncertainty. In a matter of moments, everything changes. And for a while, it felt like the ground beneath us had disappeared. Witnessing my family's hard work inside of that home, gone in a matter of minutes, was a humbling realization that some things are simply out of your control. You can do everything right, and life can still knock the wind out of you. But here's what I learned in those ashes. Resilience is not loud. It is quiet. It is waking up the next day when you don't feel ready. It is grading papers and answering emails when your heart feels heavy. It is choosing gratitude when grief would be easier. In those 2 weeks after the fire, we experienced something powerful: community. We were flooded with support, messages, prayers, donations, hugs, people showing up in ways we didn't even know were possible. In our lowest moment, we were reminded that we were not alone. As educators, we talk about community all the time, but to experience it, to truly feel it, wrap around you when you're vulnerable is life-changing. And then, just 2 weeks after losing our home, 2 days before my birthday, I was pulled out of my classroom by my principal. I sat down in her office with her and my 2 assistant principals, and I was offered the position as assistant principal at Landis, starting this fall. I remember sitting there, almost in disbelief. How could devastation and blessing exist so closely together? How could heartbreak and hope share the same season? But that's life. Resilience is not the absence of hardship. It's the decision to keep believing that something good can still happen, even after the worst has. Oops. That meeting wasn't just about a title. It was confirmation that the late nights, the prayers, and even the uncertainty were all part of my purpose unfolding. Becoming an assistant principal is not the end of a journey. It's the continuation of a calling. Because leadership to me is not about authority, it's about service. It's about remembering what it feels like to struggle and use that memory to lead with compassion. It's about advocating for students who are first generation, who are balancing responsibilities, who are walking through fires of their own, sometimes literal, often invisible. It's about supporting teachers who give their hearts daily and reminding them that their work matters. It's about building a school where resilience is not just a word we say, but a value we live. Before I close, I want to say something from my heart in Spanish. A todos los padres latinos, y especialmente a los míos, gracias. Gracias por su sacrificio, por sus largas horas de trabajo, por las noches sin descanso, por creer en nosotros aun cuando el camino parece incierto. Gracias por enseñarnos que la educación es la llave que abre puertas que ustedes tal vez no tuvieron la oportunidad de cruzar. Esta historia, la de ser primera generación, de luchar por ser maestra, de seguir estudiando para servir mejor a mi comunidad, de perder nuestro hogar y aún así no perder la fe, y de recibir esta oportunidad como subdirectora de la primaria Landis no es solo mía, es de ustedes. Es el fruto de su amor incondicional, su resiliencia y su ejemplo. Ama y apá, gracias desde el fondo de mi corazón por tanto. Todo lo que soy, todo lo que he logrado, lleva sus huellas. Losing our home taught me that things can be rebuilt. Not always the same, not always quickly, but with patience, support, and faith, they can be rebuilt. And maybe that's the lesson I carry most into this new role. Schools are places of rebuilding. Every day we help students rebuild confidence after failure, rebuild trust after disappointment, rebuild dreams after setbacks. I stand here as a first-generation college graduate, as a teacher, as someone who said yes to a master's degree when it felt intimidating, as someone who watched her home burn and still chose to believe in tomorrow and the brighter days that are ahead. And now, as a soon-to-be assistant principal and the first bilingual administrator at Logansport Community School Corporation. Not because the road was easy, but because resilience runs deeper than circumstances. And because heart for this community, heart for these students, heart for this work will always be stronger than any fire. When my grief feels heavy, I tell myself that I can always begin again. I hope you always remember this too, that as long as you are alive, you have the chance to begin again and again and again. Thank you. Muchísimas gracias.
Now, Mr. Miller will provide the closing remarks.
You can certainly expect that I won't top that. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Logansport High School, thank you. Students, through your efforts, commitment, hard work, you are indeed a credit to our school and a credit to our community, a credit to your parents and your families, and a credit to yourselves. We are proud of you for reaching the milestone of this academic journey. Please, another round of applause for our outstanding scholars. I'd like to thank Superintendent Mrs. Starkey, the School Board of Trustees, and the staff at Logansport High School, our McHale Performing Arts Center, and our class officers. Ms. Jocelyn Aguilar, congratulations on your success. I thank you for all that you do for our school corporation, our community, and sharing your inspirational message with us today. Finally, thank you to our families for coming, especially you, the parents of our seniors, for your guidance, your encouragement, and striving to help support the academic achievement and success of your students. Your presence and support have been inspirational in their success. Scholars, please continue to strive for excellence. Stay curious and never stop learning. Again, my congratulations and thank you for celebrating with us today, and have a fantastic rest of your day. We will get a group picture of all the students, so please remain on stage. Families, I'll allow you an opportunity to also get a picture as well. But again, thank you for being with us today, and have a great day.